Hello everybody, you're here with Cotour Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. You know, I hear this song to greet you. Come on everybody, na 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 na. Let's do this twist. So today I'm very excited because I went yesterday to Sephora and I found a new item that I hadn't heard from, which I love that. And I'll tell you how I found out about it. So, and we're gonna be showing this new item, which is actually, that's the brand name, Item. And it is by, of course it doesn't say in the box, but I will write it down below because it's by a name, which I can remember now. Of course, you know, I'm terrible with names, but it's called Item. This is a blush. We're gonna be checking out the Patrick Ta lipstick, and we're gonna be trying the Tan Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer from LANCOME. You know how the Dior is a beloved, that concealer just spot thing? Well, we're gonna be trying the LANCOME, which I haven't tried, and a little bit more goodies. I have here some Gwen Stefan, the other eyebrow liner that I spoke to you about. So let's begin, let's start. And then I have some swatches showing and things like that. Now, I'll tell you the story how I got to this thing. So of course, this one I receive as samples, and of course I wanna try them. And LANCOME is a beloved, it has great products. Now, the reason I went to Sephora, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I went on another trip and I saw the Patrick Ta lipsticks. Now I thought they're too bold, it's nothing for what I need, etc., etc. So I left, I didn't buy them. Then of course they're in my mind. I got the blushes, I got the eye shadows, I couldn't get them out of my mind. So I went back and bought one, which is the, she's hard to get, and it is the bold pink. I have a video on this. And I loved it so much that I went back and got that second shade that I had eyed on. You can see it in that video when I made the trip. And it is this dark sort of brown one. Now, I was very hesitant on getting this because it is so dark, right? And it's summer, and right now the trend is mostly, you know, the barely there, light, whatever. But look at that color. Now, the thing that kept wanting me to go back was there's a hue that is sort of plummy. I don't know if you can tell. It's sort of plum, pinkish, but it's not pink. So that kind of hue was, I could taste it. And so I said, I have to go back and check it out. It's kind of a lilac sort of thing. So when I went back, of course, I tried a little bit of the lipstick, and then I went crazy. I said, I want a blush that has a little bit of that hue, plum, but not pink, etc. And so we were looking for several. We went to Hourglass, we went to Laura Mercier's blushes, which I never tried. Oh my God, they're lovely. I didn't end up buying one. Now they're in my mind. But Laura Mercier, the Sangria, it went well, but it was a little red, and I wanted that hue, that little pinkish lilac sort of thing. So we found this one. Now let's open it up, and this is Admit It. Now I did upload a video very quickly, 1 minute, where I have all the swatches of the other shades, and they're very lovely, and they're very affordable. I think these ones were like $16 or something like that. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I actually didn't see the price until I got home, and it was just unbelievable. Look how cute. So this is now reminding me of Tower 28, where they're very practical, easy, modern, youth, and then good quality products. So I tried it yesterday. Obviously there at the store. It has a mirror, which is nice. It's a little more luxurious. And then that's the color. Now let's swatch it. It has a little bit of that plum look. Now, look at that. Whoa, pay out. The texture is very interesting because it feels so soft. Look at that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, da 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 da. It's a little bit plum pink. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm actually interested in some of the other colors. They were so uplifting, summer, delicious. So, but we have to go in order, right? I have to first start concealing, covering. I'm so excited about the blush and the lipstick. And then I also, so this is how I discovered this, actually looking for a blush for this lipstick. Yes, of course, I have blushing and I have other blushes from Patrick Ta that go with the lipstick, but I wanted something with this hue and softer, and I found it. So if you're interested in these things, please keep on watching. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do at this moment. All right, so let's begin. With this sample, let's start first concealing and doing it. All I have is my skincare. And I did apply a little bit of the Tom Ford Illuminating Bronzer because I wanted to make the lines. And since I was not gonna do a full foundation look, because I was gonna use the spot concealing, since it's an all over concealer, I thought I'll just cover here and there and we're good to go. So I did apply, like I said, a little bit of the Tom Ford shading just to make a little bit of that. It's not bronzer, but more contour. I don't know what we should call it. Anyhow, that's all I have. So from this sample, I have two choices. There is a very neutral sort of swatch or a more cooler tone. So the cooler tone, I think I have 215N, which is neutral, more yellow. And then I also have the 110 Ivoire, which is a more cooler tone. Let's swatch that. So this one is the cooler, and this one is a more neutral. Obviously, this is more my skin color, even though it looks a little warm. And this one looks a little more pinky. So perhaps I can use that under my eyes. Let's do that. So I'm gonna use the Ivory, even though it's a little pinkier than what I would like on my skin, but since I'm gonna be using it as a concealer, because I think the one that is my skin color might be too warm for using it as a concealer. I usually like my concealer a tiny little bit lighter than my skin color. And so when the concealer matches my skin, I don't like it that much. I feel, I don't know, like it doesn't enhance my eyes, if that makes sense. So far I'm putting the cooler under my eyes, and then I'm gonna use the warmer, which I could use this cooler around my nose as well, but I'm gonna be using it. I'm gonna be using this that is a little darker. Let's see if it's not too dark for my skin. But so far I'm really liking the feel of it. And just for comparison, I know the Dior concealer all over purpose as well is a beloved product. A lot of people really, really like it. To me, I didn't love it. I have very dry skin, and the Dior really emphasized a little bit of my wrinkles here. It made it look very, what I call Cruella look, like very, you know, like right now, of course you see my wrinkles, but when it's the bad product, it sort of makes them a little stronger, where it really looks like a bad character, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, so we'll see if this one does, but I am looking so far and it looks beautiful. Oh my God, it's like seamless. Now, I have to admit, I like the pinkies, the cooler, a little more. But we'll see. I mean, do I need anything else? Wow, this is so nice. And I'm gonna apply just a tiny little bit of the warmer color. Now the good news is it seems that this product has a lot of choices on colors. So I could go in between. I will have to check what will be my color, but we are trying out the product itself, right? How is it performed? Well, so far it's delicious and perfect for my needs, which is the red around my nose and my under eyes, and a little bit the redness in my nose and stuff like that. I usually don't need much over here. And so, perfect. Spot conceal, and we're good to go. And we avoid foundation overall. If I needed a little bit more, I would use one of these sticks from Westman Atelier or something like that. Now, I have to tell you that I've been eyeing, which I probably will order, is the Hourglass Stick Concealer. I'm very curious about that one. All right, so far so good. Right. So now that we did the concealing, we're gonna continue with the eyebrows. I'm dying to try the lipstick, but I wanna show you a couple of tricks that I have with it. So let's do the eyebrows first. So I don't know if you remember, so I had shown you this lipstick, which is wider on this side and thinner on this side. Now in the thinnest part is a spoolie, and on the thickest side, it is this kind of mechanism or joint. So it does come out wide and thin, but it has this thing where you can kind of put it on your skin and it guides the shading. But this one seems that the consistency is a lot more shadow-like. I really enjoy it. However, I did need a little bit more fuller and a little bit more darker. So I went back and got the second pencil that she has for the eyebrows. Kind of they go together. If you notice, this is a lot thicker as the holder is. However, it has a spoolie as well. The actual thing is a lot thinner. You see that? So this one, you're supposed to do a little bit imitating hairs. So that's why it's a lot thinner. Now, I did buy 2 colors up than the other one because I think I bought the wrong color last. So what I'm doing here is just kind of stroking hairs. And this is a number 5 color. So I could have bought the number 4, but it had a little bit of browner hue, and I did not want it brown. So I do like my color lighter, but not with a warm yellowish or brownish hue. And so that's why I ended up buying this color, which is a number 5. I knew it was gonna be a little darker for me, although it is sort of even lighter than my actual eyebrows. But I have so little that's why my eyebrows usually look light. In any case, I bought this shade because the other pencil is a number 3. So I knew including that on top of this is already gonna kind of tone it down. At least that's what I'm hoping. But I did needed something that brought volume and a little more definition and less of that warm brown shade to my eyebrows. All right. So that is done. I need to brush them so you don't see the strokes. You see some of the strokes, but it already brought a lot of volume to my eyebrows, which I appreciate. I still see a little tone of the brown, even though these are very dark. But I still appreciate the fact that it's giving me volume to my eyebrows, which means definition as well. I believe in a very beautiful sort of frame to the eyes. And it's interesting because recently my cousin went to an elegant formal affair and she asked me, you know, what do you recommend? She showed me the dress, which was very pastel-y, or, you know, not pastel-y, but this sort of softer colors. It was not lilac. I think it was more turquoise, but blue turquoise, but in turquoise, turquoise. And what I recommended her to do as a makeup, I said, emphasize your eyebrows. Put a little contour kind of in a darker shade, and then just a gloss. So the feature was the eyebrows, and that, so it wasn't competing with how the dress was pastel-y. And I thought she looked gorgeous. I mean, if you ask me. Anyhow, so that is the first step. And then you grab the other one, which is a little more kind of shadow, creamier, and then you kind of go above it. Now, remember, this is 2 shades lighter. If I had swatched it before buying, I probably would have bought this a shade higher, which is a number 4. But I think the combination of these two will do great, because if you notice, this is lighting up a little bit. Of course, bringing that brown hue that I was not interested on, but I will finish this product since I spend my money on it. You know, to tell you the truth, I could have brought it to Sephora and said if they exchanged the color. I just forgot about doing that. All right, eyebrows done. Now we're gonna jump into the lipstick. Now, you can tell that the lipstick is quite dark. And because it's sort of a velvet formula, it really covers your lips. It's not like a translucent or kind of a combination of your lips and the lipstick. No, it covers. And so there's 2 ways that you can use it. So I don't know if I should just show you sort of the correct way, the statement look. Let's see this. And then see if I can reduce it a little bit, but because you can cut a plop, plop, plop. But let's first apply it. I mean, hello. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Now, I did bring 2 lip liners that could go with this. And I actually had those for Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, which I have some to do some swatch comparison, but I might do the comparison in another short video like I like to do, so this one doesn't become too long. But, oh my God, look at the beauty and the just, So we're gonna apply the blush, and then I'll start reducing this a little bit. You see what I can do and what I can do with another product too. I don't know, I did it yesterday and I loved it. So let's apply the blush. All right, so here it is. Now, how can you apply this? I guess you can apply it with your finger, or you can apply it with a brush. I'm gonna try this blush a little first. Let's see. This is my beloved IT Cosmetics. And let's see. Oh, this color. I'm telling you, this blush, I'm gonna definitely buy more colors. I just love the pigmentation, the softness. It's just beauty. So let's apply it on this side. And yes, you can apply it with your finger. I just think it's better to put it with the blush. With the brush. Obviously, I put a lot more. I just put the leftover here. Right? Ooh. So we're just gonna reduce a little bit on this side. I guess I can use my other little brush. What did I do with it? And you know, it's so funny because I had pulled out so many brushes for applying the spot concealing. I have pulled out one of Pat McGrath. I have pulled out the Natasha the Nona, you know, but I did it with my fingers and it was so lovely, I thought. So anyways, I'm just trying to blend so it doesn't look so colorful, but I mean, love this blush. And there was, oh my God, there's like two others. There's one, a color that is a little soft pink, it's gorgeous. And there's another one, very summery. I'm telling you, you have to try this. Oh, look at that. Look how simple. I mean, this is what I did yesterday. This is how I was all day. Love it. Didn't apply mascara, nothing. Just these two products. All right. So let me show you the little trick that I did. So I have here two lip liners. Let me try. So we have this, which is the Berry M lip liner. And that will be that. I think it's too dark. All right. And then we have Lipstick Queen on Wine. Let me see this one. So that one could work if you really wanted a lip liner. I think this one feels a little dry already. I don't know. I don't think I do very good with lip liners. I think I just mess them more. What I would do is pick up lip brush, perhaps, if you really wanted to clean the things. But I'm not gonna do that because I wanna show you what I did yesterday. So this is a very statement look. I love it. I mean, if I wanted to do it for night, that's great. But let me take a little bit off. And then what I started doing with my finger is really, of course, now I let it dry a little bit. All right, so what I've been doing is just plotting with the tissue to take a little bit off. And I did this while the lipstick was still wet. Right now it dried a little bit, but let's put a little tiny bit more in the center. And then I took my finger and sort of stained my lips. Kind of rubbing it in because that really made it long lasting. And what I was looking for as I was doing it was to get that hint, that hue that I keep wanting, like that plummy sort of look. Look at that. So, oh my God, this would just stay like this forever. It will just start dissipating a little bit, leaving that berry sort of, I just ate a red apple. You know, like very Temptations. I mean, look at my finger. And so, because I was craving more of that lilac, that hue, right? I took, and this is a beloved product, I'm telling you. I have two. Where is my other one? So I bought two. I think I made a video on this. This is the Kiss Kiss Bee Glow. It's not Bench, it's Guerlain. BB Kiss Kiss Bee Glow. And I have the Lavender Glow. I also have the Poppy Red. And I'm going to order the Rose Fuchsia. This is how much I love it. It's expensive, but it's lovely, lovely on the lips. And so I got this, which is the Violet. And because it's so moist, I started applying it. And so the beauty of this, let me just swatch it right here. This is the Violet. And so the beauty of this, throughout the day, my lipstick started obviously fading, right? So I would just pull this out and feel it and feel it and feel it. And it lasted all day. And I still had sort of a bold hue like this. It kept changing because it kept fading a little bit of of the lipstick, right? But it was still lovely. It was still bold enough. The blush stayed like nothing. And so I thought, what a look. I mean, if I was not trying makeup every day, this would be a look that I would do every day for a little while until I got tired. This or the pink, which now I want to go and get the blush that will go with pink. I know I have the Patrick Ta, which is also this sort of look, but you saw how easy this is applied. This is not a powder and then a cream. This is just this, $16. And you can apply with your finger, with your brush. I don't know, guys. I just got very excited and I wanted to share it with you. So tell me your thoughts. Now, before we finish, I mean, what can I tell you about the LANCOME? Lovely. Perfection. Oh my God. It's just beautiful. Be careful because you know me, I'm going to mess up. I have to tell you, I have tried the Dior and I prefer this one. And I love that color under my eyes. And it's not creasing badly at all. Around everything, I think it all works. So there you have it. Tell me what you think. What you think about the eyebrow pencil, what you think about the blush, the lipstick. And next thing, I'm gonna do a swatching video because I'm gonna compare this one with the Lisa Eldridge few items like Velvet Midnight, Velvet Myth, Tom Ford. So if you wanna check that out, I'll put it next to it so you see how those compare. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Please ring the bell so you know every time I upload, and which I upload very constant, but I don't always upload at the same time, the same days. Why? Because my videos take forever to upload, and so I just put them when they're ready. And please comment down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.